Hi, my name is Elizabeth Winkle, and today I'm going to talk to you about why you should consider adopting your next pet. Did you know that every year over 6.3 million animals enter U.S. animal shelters? Yet, only 4.1 million animals are adopted every year. When you heard this fact from the ASPCA, I bet you were shocked to hear how many animals are left unadopted every year. Thinking about all the animals that have to spend their lives in shelters is very heart-wrenching to think about. But there is something you can do to help fight this problem, and that is adopting a pet. Today, I'm going to talk to you about why you should consider adopting your next pet and some of the benefits you can receive by doing it. From helping a pet out of the shelter to gaining a new companion, even saving both time and money, there are many reasons to consider pet adoption. No matter who you are, adopting a pet can benefit your life greatly in a variety of ways. I have personally gone through the pet adoption process when I adopted my pet cat Teeny in January of 2021. Adopting Teeny was a simple and easy process and one that has benefited me greatly. Adopting Teeny also helped introduce me to the many benefits of pet adoption. I personally believe that if somebody is looking for a pet, the first option they should consider is pet adoption. There are many benefits to adoption and many reasons why it's a better option than buying a pet from a breeder. Today, I will discuss with you 3 main benefits I believe you receive by adopting a pet. So, to start off my list of 3 claims. Number 1, by adopting a pet, you can help save a pet from living their lives in a shelter or possibly euthanasia. Number 2, by adopting a pet, you can find a new companion to spend time with. And number 3, by adopting, you can save both time and money. So, to start off with claim number 1. By adopting, you can save a pet from a life at a shelter or possible euthanasia. Adopting is a great way just to help a pet out of the shelter and help them from living their entire lives in a shelter. According to the ASPCA, every year over 6.3 million animals enter the approximately 4,400 U.S. animal shelters. That is over 1,400 animals for every U.S. animal shelter. Animal shelters are great resources for stray and lost pets. They provide the important care, love, and food that these animals desperately need. That being said, shelters are not meant to be long-term homes for pets. Since only 4.1 million animals are adopted every year, there's a severe overcrowding problem in shelters. Shelter pets are forced to live for months in very crowded spaces. This can lead to neglect and even behavioral issues as a result of the overcrowding. Overcrowding can also lead to euthanasia as a way to limit the amount of animals in shelters. In fact, around 800 to 900,000 animals are euthanized every year, according to the ASPCA. While some of the animals that were euthanized were found to be terminally ill, many of them were found to be in fact completely healthy and did not need to be euthanized. And when it comes to adoption, something you're worried about is that shelter pets are dangerous or untrained, you'll be glad to know that many of them are not. The trainers and volunteers at shelters work closely with the animals to assess their personality and know what may trigger them. A reputable shelter will never give you an animal that they know could possibly harm you, your family, or the pets that live in your home. I have personally witnessed these volunteers and trainers in action and know that they have you and the animal's best interests at heart. Adopting overall is a great option because it saves an animal from having to live their entire lives at a shelter or possibly being euthanized. That being said, adoption doesn't just benefit animals, it also benefits you and your own well-being, which leads me to my second point. Claim number 2, by adopting, you can find yourself a new companion to spend time with. If you find that you spend a lot of time by yourself or just really lonely, adopting a pet may be a great option for you. Pets can offer so many benefits to you as a companion, and today I will talk about some of them. If you adopt a dog, you will have many opportunities to get outside and walk and play with this dog. This exercise can help keep both you and the dog healthy for years to come. If you adopt a smaller animal like a cat or a rabbit, you can still spend time just playing with this animal and enjoying each other's company. In fact, according to the National Institutes of Health, pets have been shown to boost your moods and even decrease your loneliness. Also, pets have been shown to lower your blood pressure and decrease your risk of heart disease, according to the NIH, National Library of Medicine. Pets can also help you increase the social interactions in your life by helping you get outside and meet other people and other pet owners. By adopting a pet, you can bring both happiness, healthiness, and even shared companionship to both you and your newfound adopted pet. If you feel that you may not have time for a pet, some animals like cats, for example, tend to be a more low-maintenance option and do not need constant attention like a dog might. But if you feel like you have no time at all for a pet, then adopting may not be the best option for you. That being said, you can still find ways to support your local animal shelters and adoptable pets by donating money, supplies, even just volunteering some of your time occasionally, because shelters always need help. And if you're considering adoption, you will be very glad to hear my third claim. Claim 3, by adopting, you can save both time and money. One of the best benefits of adopting is how much time and money you can save by doing it. Shelter animals tend to have adoption fees that range from around $50 to $350, according to Chewy.com. And this number can vary depending on what type of animal you're getting and how old or young they might be. Some shelters will even offer deals or promotions on animals. For example, my local animal shelter recently did a $10 dog adoption fee for the whole month of January for the large dogs. When you compare this adoption price fee to breeder prices, you will see a large difference. Breeders can charge anywhere from $400 to $2,000 just for a puppy, and this price can go even higher depending on what type of animal you're buying and how old or young they are and where they're coming from. Adoption paperwork also tends to be much more short and simple compared to the buying process of an animal. In fact, here's an example of adoption paperwork. It's a simple one-page piece of paper that you fill out at an animal shelter that would only take you a few minutes of time. Shelters also make sure most animals are spayed and neutered, up to date on shots, and have gone to the vet and had any medical issues taken care of before you're able to adopt them. Most breeders are not required to do many of these things, and you're left to pay for these expensive fees out of your own pocket. When you adopt a pet, you will not have to worry about paying any of these things. Also, many of the animals at shelters are already potty trained, and some even have basic training skills. Whereas when you buy a pet from a breeder, you're left to potty train and train the animal on your own, which can take up a lot of time. Shelter pets also tend to be healthier than breeder pets and are actually 5% less likely to need an unexpected vet visit, according to PetMD. This can save you money on vet bills and can keep your pet happier and healthier for a longer time. In fact, my dog Dev, who was purchased from a breeder, actually needs to go to the vet more often and is on more medications than my cat Teeny, who we adopted. So, if you're concerned about money, then I highly recommend you consider adoption due to the low cost and how much time you can save by doing it. As I stated earlier, there are many pets that enter shelters every year. Adopting is a great way to help save a pet from living their entire lives in a shelter, help you gain a new companion that can benefit your health both physically, mentally, and emotionally, as well as save both time and money on some things that breeders would definitely charge you a lot of money for. All of these reasons and more are some of the things that you should consider when looking for your next pet. Overall, adoption is a awesome opportunity for everyone involved. Adopting benefits the lives of both you and the animals in so many different ways. If you find now that you're considering adoption, I highly recommend the website petfinder.com. This website helps connect you with adoptable animals in your area. In fact, this is where I found my pet cat Teeny, who I adopted. So, if you're looking for a pet, remember, adopt, not shop, and thank you for watching.